just three of us, Melissa, my wife, and I, and my neighbor Bruce. And Bruce is like family to us. He runs the planter, and he's like our major operator. We feed him seed, chemical, fertilizer, all that. He does a lot of he's like a shop manager. He can tell us what he knows the planter needs, and a lot of times Melissa and I will organize the parts or making sure the chemicals are at the farm or the fertilizer's delivered on time. Melissa does all of our nutrient management. She with the strip-till, it threw some people off with how we wanted the soil test, so she thought it'd maybe be better if we did it ourselves. And she has a whole system for how she pulls her samples and puts them all together, some from in the berm, some from out of the berm. And then she works with a guy, and they make recommendations, so she makes all of our prescriptions, loads them in for us. And then she does a lot of the scouting for me, for even the pest management. And then I run the sprayer, usually run the soil warrior in the spring, jumping in and out of it, and then jump into the sprayer to throw the pre's on. And then we'll usually go into side dressing and interseeding and band spraying. And usually Bruce does most all that. It's good because that's the heat of the year. As long as the air conditioner keeps working for them, we just keep them going. And then when it comes time for harvest, I usually run the combine. Bruce will run the grain cart. We may do it a little different this fall. I think I've convinced Melissa that she can run the combine, and then I'll run the dryer. But she's been actually running the dryer for us, and she does a really good job. She's patient enough to wait for the cooling fans to finish, where sometimes if it's me, it's ran for 15, 20 minutes. That's good. It doesn't need to run 45 minutes and I drop it. So she keeps us honest. She's the one, she runs the topper in the sugar beets, and I run the harvester, and Bruce runs the chain cart for loading the trucks. And usually Melissa, being the topper, if it starts raining, she can just stop topping, and she makes that decision. It's time to stop. You can't harvest beets that aren't topped. So she keeps us honest out there and keeps us from mudding up a field or just plain making a mess, where sometimes my old mentality is, well, we're all here. We should get something done. Even it'll quit raining. It'll stop in 10 minutes. And she's usually the wise one that tells us, let's just try again tomorrow. So with only three of us here, it's a lot of work, but we all work really well together, and we all have worked together long enough. We know what we expect out of each other, and what needs to be done and what doesn't. And there's those times where we've realized, family and stuff matters too. And there's days in the summer where if what we're doing isn't that important or doesn't need to be done right then, if Bruce has grandkids, have baseball games and stuff, that stuff needs to happen too. And so we work really hard, but we like to play too. We like to play hard too.